For 10 years, a mist has shrouded the earth, and humanity has experienced two transformations. The first, a grayish-white mist caused plants and animals to mutate and enhanced human physical abilities. The second, a grayish-black mist brought about an eerie awakening in humanity. But now, things are about to be corrupted. What will become of human civilization? Is this how my life ends? I am so unwilling. Don't go. I'll cover your retreat. Ha ha ha. Why did you do this to me? Chen, your talent is too much of an eyesore. The base needs obedient, strong individuals. Without talent, you are nothing. Detected. Near-death 3S. Level ability user. Factory master system binding in progress. Authorization route administrator permission. Verification. Successful. Factory master mode activated. High intensity energy reaction ahead. 3S. Level eerie. Unauthorized intruder. After the death, the royal squad is on their way to battle. They're so strong. Even the three of us combined are no match for this 3S level anomaly. If this continues, we'll be worn down and die. What a pity. This laser gun was originally for Lord Qingyuan to deal with those two bastards. I wonder if it can handle this 3S level anomaly. What are you going to do to our lovely security captain? Is this what you call lovely? A security captain? A 3S level anomaly, and so obedient. Who are you? I've never heard of you before. Grandma, are you saying this 3S level anomaly is something you contracted? Come in, let's talk. The fog outside is getting thicker. Why should we go in with you? Do as you please. We can only trust him. The fog is getting thicker. I'm not forcing you to come in. So many snacks and drinks. This is even more prosperous than the Sky Rat base. This person must be extraordinary. These clothes are protective gear against this strange corruption. They can amplify your power. Take whatever you want. I don't want to harm you. Do you need to hold back? Just give them to us like this. Boss you. So generous. Stop. They are the factory's guest room maids. They won't attack people unless provoked. Although maids won't attack unless provoked, they can deflect all external attacks. I can't guarantee what consequences your recklessness will bring. Go and entertain our distinguished guest. Okay. Damn, this massage is so amazing. What kind of miserable life did I live before? After the apocalypse, I can still receive this kind of treatment. Who would believe it if I told anyone? We're still far from being wiped out. I need to. Shall I show you around? Of course I need to. I've been so curious for ages. My name is Suman. I was 13 when I had my black martial arts outbreak. My mom said I was one of those people who matured prematurely through martial arts. What's your name? Chen. It's rare to see someone so outgoing after the apocalypse. Jiangyu. Qingyu. So the whole factory is yours? You haven't told me yet. That security guard, Wei Qi, was also contracted with you. This whole factory is also yours. This is the energy workshop, maintaining the factory's power supply. This should be enough to operate several bases. This is the supplies workshop. Yeah, pinch me. This can't be real, right? It seems real. You feel pain. You're really pinching me. The laser gun that Lord Wei Kuan gave me is nothing compared to this. How come Lu Chen is so lucky? Do the security guards and maids all live here? Yes, but they all have their own missions. This isn't an abandoned factory. It's practically a post-apocalyptic paradise. The factory's eerie employees are living so well. Can our pioneering team have something so good? Speaking of which, I have a favor to ask. Could we stay at the factory temporarily to rest? It won't take up too much of your time. You've taken the bait. The factory is currently short-staffed, but I still need to consider this. Staying here means 10 crystal cores per person per day, food and lodging included, and basic factory supplies can be taken as needed. You know, in the post-apocalyptic world, a typical base's rudimentary accommodation costs 5 crystal cores per person per day, not even covering basic needs. Lu Chen's offer is ridiculously low, and with a powerful eerie presence, staying here is practically a life of eternal comfort. Boss Lu, you're too kind. We can totally accept this price. We're willing to pay. Thank you for your help during this time. Did you really think it was too little? I should have added more. You two are willing to rest in the factory. During the rest period, no malicious damage to the equipment is allowed. In case of enemy attack, follow my orders and unite against external forces. If you have any objections, you can leave immediately. If there's no point, then the meeting is adjourned. This is all as it should be. Visitor check-in information has been registered. The order agreement has begun operation. Another Jiangyu, as the squad leader, is meticulous and humorous. Another girl seems innocent and quite cute. The remaining boys have some ulterior motives, but they're under my watchful eye. I don't believe you'll stay here and think you can leave. This is just my first step. These fish are dropping gold coins and giving away freebies. Hee hee. Today is, on this auspicious day, Lu Chen's strength is unfathomable, and his motives are unclear. These supplies are too abundant. It doesn't seem like a free gift. I think Brother Lu is a good person. His eyes are very pure when he looks at us. In the apocalypse, there is no such thing as unearned kindness. If we take something, we have to pay the price. Keep an eye on Qingyu. I feel he's a bit impatient. I understand, Captain. Wei Kuan. I've discovered a strange factory. It has level 3 and level 5 strange guardians inside, and the resources are extremely rich. It seems to have a special system. Okay, you stay inside and infiltrate to help me take down the factory. Remember, don't alert them. After it's done, those 2 women are yours, and the resources in the factory are yours too. I will definitely bring her in. I was wandering alone in the apocalypse and was chased by zombies. When I learned that there was a safe haven here, I've come here specifically to ask for your help. Please take me in. You're an Esper, and I'm a 3S level healing Esper. I'm very useful. The factory does need medical personnel, but this woman's origins are unknown. Let's observe her first. You can stay, but you'll have to serve as the medical officer, responsible for treating Espers and injured strange soldiers. Is that all right? Everything is up to you. I'll take you to the medical area. Okay, I'm A little curious. How does this generate electricity? Do you know him? No, I just feel sorry for him. Nothing. Qingyuan. This guy wouldn't have taken a liking to Su Qingyuan, would he? The field needs to improve its combat power to prevent subsequent crises. Speed requirement detected. Mechanical will amplifier activated. Brother Liu, how does this mechanical will work? The mechanical structure is a precise resonator, especially the gear bearing. Energy circuit is like a tuning fork, amplifying, focusing, and training a specific frequency of eerie energy, converting it into controllable mechanical energy. It's so complex. Simply put, eerie energy is energy, and mechanical will is the tool. To make the energy stronger, you need to gather energy, and mechanical will to promote energy conversion, which is half the result. Brother Liu, you're amazing. I understand. Haha. Accelerate weapon mass production. Mass production order received. Estimated completion time, 72 hours. I don't have much time left. This Fire Phoenix female Eerie Special Forces unit and their weapons will be the key to my victory in dealing with subsequent crises. Shouldn't we leave? Lord Wei Kuan's plan is still being deployed. How can we leave? Hey, it's nice here. Let's stay a while longer. I still have crystal cores here that I can lend you. It's not about crystal cores. We agreed to rest for a while. Hey, Brother Liu, you didn't even chase us away. What's the rush? I really can't do anything with you guys. Actually, I also want to stay here. Oh, yeah. How about that? Aren't you shocked? I was startled too when I first saw you. You must be Gang. I've heard of you. Is Gang famous? You're a 3S level defensive ability user. Haha. The owner of this factory is Lu Chen. Let me tell you, he's incredibly powerful, and he really values talent. Someone, like you, a 3S level defensive ability user, would definitely be set for life if you stayed here. I am Gang, a 3S level defensive ability user. My team was besieged by a group of monsters, and I'm the only one left. I'm willing to guard the factory for you, just to have a safe place to stay. Sure, but you must be loyal to me. I hate betrayal the most. I will do my best. Go and heal him. Both spear and shield are my powerful trump cards. I've come to the right place. I'll also do my best to help Brother Liu. The factory has added another SFS-level defensive ability user. The defensive layout is centered on the main gate, with the training area as a secondary defensive point. When are you going to move? What's the rush? Look at your lack of ambition. The Great Rat Base isn't afraid of him, don't worry. This eerie factory will soon be ours. His strangeness has accelerated the training progress. We need to bring more people. Qingyuan seems a bit off lately. He's always alone. I know about. This I'll investigate. If Qingyuan really betrayed the factory, don't make a fuss until it's confirmed. There are enemy movements here. What should we do? They're hostile. Security captain, increase patrols. Gang is in charge of guarding the factory gate. Activate the secret base's weapon preparation system. Put the special forces on standby. Command received. Synchronizing. Yu's recent behavior is extremely abnormal. He's sneaked away many times and avoided us when answering the phone. I was prepared. If they dare to come, they won't return. The factory has detected the movement on the perimeter and has strengthened its defenses. But the defenses of the core area are unknown. Then we'll attack tomorrow. You'll do this then? Ha ha. Qingyuan met with the ability users in the outer ruins. Estimated 4 people. Come quickly. Be careful. Come on. You despicable woman. You actually tipped us off. Brother Liu has treated us well. How could you betray him? Liu Chen, is generous with his wealth, but you're the ones who are treated like treasures. As long as you submit to the Tianshu base and things are settled, you can serve me well after this. The benefits my lord promised me will be shared with you. You heartless bastard. We've admitted our mistake. From now on, you're no longer a member of the pioneering team. What a show. Those who betray me will pay the price. Have you? Prepared your last words. Liu Chen, do you think you can protect the factory? Lord Qinghe has already arrived with a large force. This factory will belong to the Tianshu base sooner or later. Liu Chen, come out and face your death. Hand over the factory, and I'll spare your life. Tianshu base. Very well, it's time to settle all old and new scores together. Let's get rid of this person. Tie him up, so he can't escape. Received. You retreat to the hall. How can we abandon you? Believe in Liu Chen. He can do it. And this is just a petty attack. Let me show you my power. What kind of weapon is this? Chen, I'll die with you. What a big mouth you have. Ah, you shameless one. YCAN't. The common people light lamps while the state is allowed to burn them. Don't forget, you betrayed me first. That's why I say karma is a cycle. Don't worry, none of you will escape. Ha ha. Those who betray me never have a good ending. Lord Wei Kuan won't let you go. Ha ha ha. Even when death is imminent, you're still being stubborn. What you want will ultimately be in vain. Please, let me go? I was forced. They forced me. I'm a victim too. Bullshit. Chen, you re-amazing. Back then, during the bone-eating worm attack, I covered the retreat, but was betrayed by that bastard and suffered heavy damage. The base needs obedient, strong individuals. Humph. Without talent, you're nothing. You long saved me and gave me control of the mysterious factory. Now I'm the owner of the mysterious factory. As long as I contract with a mysterious creature as the factory's ancestor, I can unlock all the functional areas. I thought my body had fully recovered, but using my powers this time actually triggered a hidden ailment. However, it seems to be nothing serious. The system detected that the host hasn't used combat powers for too long, causing power disorder. It is recommended to actively use the powers. Oh, so don't let anyone know about my injury. The team has just stabilized. We can't let morale waver. Take care and rest. I'll send someone to secretly guard you. The metal fragments can control low-level puppets. You must deliver this to Qingyuan before dawn. Otherwise, I can't guarantee the safety of your family. I'm willing to do anything. Please spare my family. You know my methods. Tomorrow at midnight, Lord Wei Kuan will gather the troops. At that time, open the factory side door. If your parents aren't there, this is what you want. There's also a letter. That's all I can do for you. I understand. Thank you, Dr. Su. Be careful. I knew Lord Wei Kuan hadn't given up on me. Ha ha. Chen, your death is near. Where are you going so late? The material workshop is the core of the factory's operation. The guards' shift changes are only 5 minutes apart. Ha ha, this is truly a godsend. My target has been exposed. Block the passage and immediately activate level 2 defense. Where did this thief come from in a minute? He ran into someone's house. Chen, you arrived pretty quickly. Sir, news from the front lines. Ha, you really fell for the trap. Sure, gang is defending head-on, and you're still suffering from a hidden ailment. What can these few monsters do to me? A coward who only dares to hide in the back. Yet you're still so arrogant. You're about to die, yet you're still stubborn, huh? Then come and try, ha. I don't know why Chen wouldn't let me help. I don't know how things are on his end. He found you. Chen, aren't you afraid your hidden ailment will flare up because you're injured? How did you know? I have plenty of ways. To tell you how you opened the cell door? It was Qingyuan who volunteered to hand over the metal fragments and tip me off. Otherwise, how could I have had that ability? All the blame is on him. It has nothing to do with me. Why did you betray me? Back then, you were all alone, and Brother Lu kindly took you in. You kept Qingyuan under house arrest in the medical room to treat the wounded. It was heavily guarded outside. Keeping her here was a waste. Take her away and kill me. I really know I was wrong. My legs are crippled. I'm a useless person now. Hey, spare my life. You son of a bitch. What are you so great about? If it weren't for this factory, you'd be nothing. Let him die too comfortably. I'll make him wish he were dead. Where have you been so late? Nothing. What are you holding? Please save my family. Wanqing is using my family to blackmail me. I had no choice but to approach him. You make it sound so nice. Why should I save the family of a traitor? I've never actually harmed the factory. Do you think I'd believe that? Wanqing isn't a good person. Even if I cooperate with him to seize everything, he won't let me go. That's why I don't completely obey him. Every time I pass on information, it's just trivial. That won't sway me. I know you're powerful. Perhaps you lack nothing. I can't give you anything. But I have some information here. I don't know if you'd like to hear it. Tell me. Wanqing demanded that I hand the metal fragments to Qingyu. Qingyu was tricked into creating chaos through low-level, bizarre tactics, and I'm supposed to open the factory's side door tomorrow and launch an attack at midnight. I will open the side door tomorrow. Please don't blame me. We can feign surprise and lure them into a trap. Actually, I have my own selfish motives. If I don't open the side door tomorrow, my parents will die. Please save my parents. The system has generated a fake defense map. Remember, the fake vulnerability is not a trap. The fake defense map has been generated. Do as he asks. But tomorrow you must give this fake deployment to Wanqing. I will set traps at the fake vulnerability. You just need to act convincingly. Your healing energy fluctuation frequency is our code signal. How could you not even discover the factory's mechanisms? I was placed in the medical room by Chen and rarely have the chance to go out. I really didn't expect that. The seemingly ordinary room actually had so many mechanisms hidden inside. Moreover, Qingyu betrayed me, and Chen has already started monitoring me. That idiot Qingyu. Last time I used my spatial ability to leave, I sensed the abnormal fluctuations in the factory. The whole factory was like if I possess this special interdimensional anchor point, my ability level will be greatly increased. Where is this anchor point? This eerie factory is a special interdimensional anchor point. I will send you a bodyguard with the ability to become invisible if you cannot steal the anchor point data within 3 days. I will send you the corpses of your family. I will definitely complete the mission. Please do not harm my family. Are you ready? The shift gap of the eerie guard is 3 minutes and 17 seconds. The blind spot of the monitoring is at the southeast traffic intersection, lasting 4.3 seconds. The Qingye gave me has been implanted with a disguise program. When the download progress reaches 90%, it will automatically trigger the alarm you set. The interface is not enough. What you need to show is not a perfect infiltration, but a narrow and lucky success. This is an emotion synchronizer. Wear it. When you read fake data, your body data will be synchronized to the medical monitoring system, including accelerated heartbeat, adrenaline surge, and pupil dilation. Wanqing may have a hidden line in the factory. He will definitely cross-verify. Have you heard? Energy well number 3 fluctuated again. Last night, it almost lit up the entire Western District. The system burned out. The message blockade. But I heard it was a problem with the core interface. Chen inadvertently revealed the blueprints last night. This forgotten shortcut is good. I need this kind of real scar. This part wasn't in the plan. Could it be that Chen lied to me? It's okay, calm down. If I were really a traitor, I would already be dead. The core interface energy cycle rate is 17% lower than the target. Please replenish the energy as soon as possible. If no intervention is taken for more than 120 hours, the interface decay and collapse protocol will be triggered. This is just a drill. Fortunately, Chen told me yesterday that there is a backup exit here. Look carefully. This is a diagnostic report, stolen from the factory's core control interface. If this is real, Lu Chen is sitting on a volcano about to erupt. So Lu Chen's recent contraction of his sphere of influence is not due to strategic adjustments, but because he is simply unable to maintain the data. Data can be forged. Photos can be synthesized. How can you prove the source is reliable? Su Qingyuan's heart rate is 187. His stress hormones are off the charts. Moreover, my people saw the base in complete chaos. So your plan is, instead of attacking, we'll build 3 lines of defense around the factory to cut off all supplies. The factory will collapse first, leading to resource shortages and widespread panic. Once their defense system is weakened by insufficient energy, we'll launch a full-scale attack. Ha. That makes sense. Mech intelligence received and confirmed. Enemy strategic misjudgment rate 87%. The show is about to begin. Okay, you all know. But I was kept in the dark. I didn't know. That day when the enemy attacked, you all had your own things to do. But I felt something was amiss. So I went to the medical room and asked Su Qingyuan. That's when I learned the truth. Tell me, what's your relationship with Qingyu? Why did you do this? Qingyu did this, so you did this too. What's so good or bad about that Tianshu base? It's not good at all. Wei Kuan kidnapped my parents. I really have no choice. My father is a biological gene researcher who awakened a 3S brain-enhancing ability after the apocalypse. My mother is an ordinary person. She was a doctor before the apocalypse. You know, I have healing abilities. None of my family members have offensive talents, making it difficult to survive in the apocalypse. For 7 years, I was forced to hide, living in a state of constant flux. Wei Kuan somehow got wind of a rumor that intellectual talent could unlock the secrets of the fog, so he kidnapped my parents. Upon learning this, I tried everything I could, but instead of saving them, Wei Kuan used them to blackmail me. What wrong did Brother Lu do? You want to save my parents, so you have to destroy him? I never intended to harm him. But before coming here, I did consider becoming Wei Kuan's puppet to steal intelligence. Especially since Lu Chen, despite his high position, wasn't as cruel and selfish as Wei Kuan. Every day since arriving has been incredibly painful. I feel like every bone in my body is screaming. Liar. Do you think Wei Kuan will let your parents and you go? I don't know. But I really don't know what to do. That's all I know. Su Qingyuan didn't tell me everything. That day, we seemed to have suffered significant losses, but it was all just a facade. So I guessed some things. Afraid of ruining Brother Lu's plan, I pretended not to. No, sure enough, Wei Kuan is always cautious. I didn't know if there were other spies in the factory, so I didn't make a fuss. Would Wei Kuan believe the false information Su Qingyuan sent this time? Of course they would. I gave them the story they most wanted to hear. They wouldn't let this temptation pass them by. What about Qingyuan's physical data? Su Qingyuan showed a clear stress response when he saw the false alarm, but he quickly returned to normal after the alarm disappeared. Moreover, his adrenaline was high for 15 minutes. I speculate that it was his real fear. What was he afraid of? 2 possibilities. The plan failing. The plan to thwart fear was successful. But a lie too perfect can lead even the liar to lose himself. This is our sincerity. Who do you think you are? You expect us to support you with so little. Why don't you open it and take a look? You'd better bring out something more substantial. Oh my God. How come there are so many good things? No wonder those bases all want the strange factory. This is exactly as Lu Chen predicted. Fighting 4 bases is extremely dangerous. You only need to provide support. All supplies during the aid period will be provided by us. After this battle, we are willing to supply long-term. You will be the primary supplier. 10 years after the apocalypse, the land was unusable, and countless survivors starved to death. Yet Chen actually has fresh food. Not to mention these high-tech machines and defensive equipment. The source of goods is simply 1 in a million. Aren't you afraid I'll covet your resources? You've never bothered associating with people like Wanqing. And besides, having one more friend is better than having one more enemy, isn't it? Rumors are circulating that Chen is beset by internal and external troubles and his fate is sealed. I never expected this. I believe you're a smart man. All right, then let's cooperate happily. Is this old man tired of living? Maybe we should get rid of him. That old man's strength is not to be underestimated. To show their sincerity, the Ark Base revealed some information. Wanqing seems to be getting close to other bases. Tell Wanqing that my negotiations with the Ark Base have broken down, and the reinforcements will only stay for 3 days at most, to keep him in check. What about my parents? Don't worry, I'll take action. The Ark Base indeed retreated. Qingyuan didn't lie to me after all. Then let's attack directly. I think it's feasible. Calculating the time. The factory's energy collapsed last night. And today, Fangzhou withdrew. His troops, wait a little longer, their factory will soon run out of resources. The factory only has 1 week left to supply. Anchor point could collapse at any moment. My food supplies are running low. It's time to launch an attack. Good. With so many of us, are we afraid of a small land sinking? Let's just go for it. Delay will only bring trouble. Wait a little longer, I'll send an invisible ability user to check. Are you going to give me the grain? Once the factory is ready, are we worried about food shortages? Why can't I sense any fluctuations in the anchor point? Let me check again. Don't try anything funny. The next day, the Alliance launched a general offensive. The enemy has confirmed the launch of a general offensive. The factory's defense system is at full power. Very good. We're only entering the palace now, and the food supplies are almost gone. Stop pretending. Didn't you also receive compressed rations? You have some too? I suspect it's all a smokescreen by Chen. The factory didn't actually receive any. How could he be in danger? He still doesn't know how he tricked Qinghe out of things. But you, man, my superpower is scheming. Trust me, you're never wrong. You have an idea. Chen, your special space is mine now. Why should we attack the main gate? Do you want to take all the credit? I obtained the intelligence. I will only lead the elite flanking attack. The rest of you will follow you to attack the main gate. Then let these 3 idiots become stepping stones on the road to success. It's all over. You framed me from the beginning. I will return everything you gave me, Sakya. What did you do? Do you think I would give you a second chance to leave my sight? Chen, then let's go together. Fortunately, I was interrupted in time. I felt a strong electric shock coming from the direction of the side door. The smell of burnt meat made my nose. I can't take it anymore. You two scoundrels. You actually wanted me to cover your retreat. You haven't even shown up yet? Chen, long time no see. Heh. Is there any need to pretend? I really didn't expect you to survive such a calamity and have such an opportunity. That's all thanks to you. You're still as ruthless as ever. I only need to get what I want. Chen, have you ever thought about what the mist is? Qingyuan, don't think you're safe just because you're hiding behind Chen. Your family is still in my hands. I didn't see wrong. This is the mist. How could this mist? This battle was fought beautifully. Jiangyu, your actions this time, going to the Ark Alliance to negotiate and assisting in mobilizing the strange and orderly attack, were well done. Being able to stop Wei Kuan from devouring the century in time was also great. It's nothing. Hehe. Your defense at the main gate is indestructible. It's our solid backing. I'm not worried about. You've been a huge help. Haha. You've done an excellent job with the Mission Impossible mission lately. Congratulations on passing the test. This is what I should do. You've been with me the longest. So I won't say anything sentimental. You've all worked hard. You're core members of the factory. You've handled the challenges ahead brilliantly. But our mission isn't over yet. Our primary task now is to rescue Su Qingyuan's parents. Fire Phoenix Squad, you're going to the Heavenly Book Base to gather information, location maps, and find the location of Su Qingyuan's parents. Su Qingyuan, I order you to feign defection and infiltrate Xia Wanqing's inner circle. This Jade Pendant has been modified. It not only has monitoring and eavesdropping functions, but also cannot be identified by conventional means. Don't worry, I had the system specially modify it. Please, you severely injure me. Can you handle it? I have healing abilities. I can get through this. It's only just begun. It's normal to not be able to control it. Yet, Su Qingyuan outside is seriously injured. Please leave. Her seriously injured. Are you sure? Yes, she came barely alive. It seems Chen went all out. Then let him try healing and rehabilitation. Let him in. Send a medical professional to take good care of him. What is this Jade Pendant for? What is this Jade Pendant for? This is my mother's personal item. Xia Wanqing threw it to Chen. Chen didn't care. I stole it when I escaped. Chen is right. This Jade Pendant is indeed magical. You will live here from now on. We will guard outside. You. Better not make any small moves. Finally, I don't have to endure the pain anymore. You mean Su Qingyuan directly fainted? Yes, it seems she endured it all the way, relying entirely on her healing abilities to stay alive until he couldn't hold on any longer because of the place. How is he now? I treated his wounds, and he's out of danger. He's a third-tier healing ability user. He should recover in a month. With full treatment, he should recover in just 1 week. Okay then, Xia Wanqing, you weren't like this before. Why are you acting like a different person? Or was it all an act? That's terrifying. Xiao Wanqing specially arranged for Su Qingyuan to be next to the laboratory. Maybe he wanted Su Qingyuan to help him modify the tail fin. This is troublesome. Fortunately, Su Qingyuan hasn't handled these things much in the factory. I have a plan. He's almost done. It's time to get back to work. You're still wearing this jade pendant. It's the only keepsake my parents left me. I risked my life to steal it. Can I take a look? Are my parents all right? What do you need me to do? Perform. The will installation method you saw in the Eerie factory. I only peeked from afar and didn't personally implement it, so it might not succeed. If I'm asking you to do it, you only have one night. You'd better think carefully about how to operate it. Hurry. Up, don't look or listen. Am I that kind of person? A wise man doesn't stand under a dangerous wall. Okay. Those two aren't even putting on an act. What are they acting for? Oh, well, what am I saying to you, this stone? He. Su Man, your insight is sharper. Which compliments Sure Gang. Perfectly. Be more careful. If you're unsure, call them over. So, the meeting room is always filled with the same repetitive scenes. Have you thought it through? I can only try more. I'll give you the best. Why didn't you do this earlier? You demonstrate, LL learn. Don't forget your parents are still in my hands. After I use my power, you use your healing power to bring them back to life. Detected pollution fluctuations. Checking pollution data. Too far from the pollution source to detect. These monsters look like they're in great pain. Xiao Wanqing, what exactly are you trying to do? It's okay. Everything will be all right. This is his power. Sharing the pain. Why does he want to share the pain of these test subjects? He doesn't seem like a kind person. He's forcibly enhancing the monster's abilities. I don't understand. He clearly had Su Qingyuan heal him directly. Why does he have to endure the pain himself? Those monsters seemed very grateful. After he used his power. Isn't that why? Is it more efficient? Anything is possible. Before things are settled. Factory manager, the terrain map has been synchronized. Please issue the order. Next, make some noise. To make the Tianshu base think. We let Xiao Wanqing escape and are very anxious. Afraid she'll leak factory secrets. Pack it up. And be careful. Received. If you don't hand over Su Qingyuan, you won't have any peace. You really dare to take someone of Su Qingyuan's caliber a traitor? Aren't you? Afraid his intelligence is wrong. Why is Lu Chen so anxious? Could it be that Xiao Wanqing really replicated the results? Replicated. What? Don't you know? The strangeness of the Chenglu factory, I don't know. What method they used to install mechanical will. Making one person worth 10. Is it really that strange? I'm telling you, but don't tell anyone else. My relative is a survivor who escaped from the last Great War. He saw it with his own eyes. How could it be fake? If our heavenly book base learns this method, wouldn't we be on the rise to power? No wonder Lu Chen is in such a hurry. Who wouldn't be anxious? The news is true. Everyone in the base is spreading it. And that weird squad is causing chaos everywhere. It's so annoying. What's the strength of that squad? The female ghost in charge is 2S, and the others are all at least S. I estimate there are 7 of them. The teamwork is excellent. Every time we capture someone, they're gone. You bunch of useless trash. You. Crazy. Chen, why? Why? Your talent is better than mine. You were almost dead, but you still managed to make a comeback. You surrounded by powerful people. Why is? Qingyuan and Chen targeting you? You should use your. Is the remaining value. Over? I'm so tired. Don't give up on me. Chen won't let me go. Chen has spread the word that he will personally lead the team to eliminate the traitors. Qingyuan's current base cannot guarantee the safety of you, your parents, and the new weapons. At the same time, please save me. Don't worry, I won't let Chen find you. Otherwise, if you leak my data, I will be in great trouble. Let go of my surveillance. We all thought we could force him to release the person, but we didn't expect him to be so ruthless. My love sister must be secretly imprisoned, waiting for our rescue. The frequency of healing energy fluctuations is the code for our operation. I can sense the energy fluctuations within 100 miles. As long as the distance is close enough, there will definitely be no problem. I heard some superhumans discussing that. 3 days later, Qingyuan will host a banquet for all bases to share the bizarre operating methods of the mechanical wings. With so many people, things will get complicated. We need to act quickly. Let's head down this road. Okay. We can catch up later. Only when you two are safe. Will Qingyuan have no worries? I'm no longer running a fever. Your parents have been captured by Chen. Heh, keep an eye on the basement. Around 10 o'clock. Received. Not enough, still not enough. The distance has already broken through the outer defense line and is almost at its limit. If we delay for another 2 hours, I'm sure I can. Are you going to be a coward? Coward. Isn't this our leader's ex-boyfriend? Ha ha. Our leader is a coward subordinate. Even better. He likes to be someone's grandson. Whoever you name. He'll respond immediately. He's usually incredibly obedient. I didn't expect you to be so sharp Taunt. Humph, aren't you just a lackey of our leader? It must have been a painful experience to be stabbed like that. Does no one praise your heavenly book base? This is just stalling for time. Let's just charge in. Hey. You didn't expect that, did you? We've also developed mechanical will. How can something stolen by weirds be considered a development? As long as it works, that's fine. What stupid things did I say? My confidant. How could this happen? Oh no, oh no. It's a pity. I never truly trusted this borrowed power. Are you scared out of your wits? If you surrender, kneel down and kowtow 3 times. I won't hit you, Grandma. We're willing. Lucheng, how have you been all these years? Mental pollution attack detected. Please be careful, host. Wanqing, thank you for saving me again. You're too kind. What? This little injury can be bandaged up. Why don't you want me to help you share the burden? Why are you treating me like this? It seems you've become clear-headed faster than I expected. What did you do to me? Nothing. A gift for our long-awaited reunion. No. Why? Do those people seem to be under control? They re not afraid of death. At all. He can't control them for long. It seems that only by offering a life or death exchange can he extract their souls. With pain as his wife, with sacrifice as his wife. He wants. Form hand seals. Quickly stop him. 10th brother, protect Suma. The Golden Village period has arrived. His nature is ruthless. And impatient. Warning. Warning. High concentration of pollution detected. Please move away immediately. Retreat. All defenses. Senior brother. My superpower can't penetrate his body. It's like there's another energy system rejecting me. The pollution concentration is increasing by 3% per hour. The neural synchronization rate has dropped below 40%. Physical blockers are ineffective. It's just 0.3 seconds away. If I were 0.3 seconds faster, Xiao Wanqing wouldn't have detonated successfully. How much longer? At this rate, the pollution will cover his entire body in 72 hours. But if the mental synchronization rate drops below 30%, he will be brain dead. We only have 48 hours. This example won't work. Look here. His outer shell is imitating the Yinshi superpower pattern of Shigang. The energy frequency matching degree is 87%. This isn't pollution eroding. It's pollution learning, trying to deceive the immune system. I've made him learn successfully. Starting from the inside, gradually replacing the superpower rule. System of the stone jar. Do you have any methods to measure the target stone jar's pollution concentration? 47% state. High concentration of pollution carrier, autonomously inhibiting the risk of diffusion. Superpower core recommendation. Do not intervene unless necessary. to avoid triggering rule collapse. I ask you, do you have any methods? Forced evolution will lead to the host. The main ability structure has collapsed, suggested direction, cut off the source of contamination, or enhanced the stability of the host rules. Warning, the current rule stability is 71%, lower than the safety margin of 81%, which will be irreversible. Dr. ASU, to what extent has the contamination spread in Shigang's body? See here. Shigang's defensive ability has made a tactical contraction. Shigang is using the most foolish method to abandon the perimeter and defend the core. But the contamination is imitating the defensive structure around the stronghold. Once he learns how to knock on the door, these 3 doors will not be able to stop him. The system is accessing all relevant research data. The contamination is imitating the rules and tampering with the immune recognition. It is querying matching entries. The antibody recognition mechanism is not unlocked and requires immune labeling. The sample activation source is unknown. The antibody recognition mechanism is immune labeling. Dr. Su, have you heard of the antibody recognition mechanism? The system database mentions this concept. There are 2 paths for Gang now. Either we win this battle inside his body, or we win the entire war outside his body. We must be prepared for both. Brother sure will be fine. I'm sorry, if it weren't for saving us. Xiao Wanqing's knife was planted 10 years ago, even if it weren't. For you, it would have been someone else. This matter belongs to me, not you. Xiao Wanqing's first time. When did he demonstrate his control? 3 or 5 years ago? Or was it all an act from the beginning? And that fog. How could he make the fog obey him? Isn't the fog inanimate? I saw him in Tianshu helping the wounded share their pain. Back then, his hands would tremble and his forehead would break out in cold sweat. He was truly shedding tears for others. But now, when did his sharing of pain become pain extraction? The essence of mental energy is the interaction of consciousness energy and pain sharing. If he can not only accept pain, but also store, transform, or even transfer it, what about the different levels of obedience shown by the monsters in the lab after he controlled them? Was he adjusting the dosage according to the target? In the Tianshu lab, I saw those monsters howling in the modification pod. When they reached a certain critical point, he would press his hand on them, as if harvesting pain. Pain is a kind of energy. As long as he processes the absorbed pain energy through his own abilities, and then injects it into the target's body as a control medium, it is indeed possible to achieve mental control, and the depth of control is proportional to the intensity of pain. Could it be that he was just pretending all along? That gentleness might not have been an act. Perhaps he himself didn't even realize it until the fog gave him the opportunity. After the black fog erupted, the monsters emerged. Now that his superpowers are starting to mutate, and the black and red mist is spreading, he completely loses control. The mist may not only be the background, but also a catalyst, or even an energy source. No matter where his power came from, he can control the eerie, manipulate the mist, and pollute superpowered individuals. Such a person cannot be dealt with by us alone. Contact all the bases we can still contact. Within 3 days, I need to know who is still an ally and who has become his storehouse of pain. I understand, but I am furious. If we find that the leader of a certain base has been corrupted, then mark it as a contaminated zone. Xiao Wanqing's tactics have changed, and ours must change too. Why are you so polite? Do you really have to carry everything yourself? Lu Chen, your talent is too obstructive. Which of the 10 years is true? You've got so many wrinkles. When did you learn this move? I learned it from the maid. She said that if a person is tense for too long, their technique will collapse first. If you don't want to talk about it, I won't ask. In the earliest days, when someone in the team was injured, she would put her hand on the wound. The injured person would no longer feel pain, but their face would turn pale and their hands would tremble so much that they couldn't hold the water bottle. At that time, I thought this girl was so silly that it was heartbreaking. Later, when we got together, I avoided him when I was injured. He argued with me, saying I didn't trust him and that he couldn't bear to let me go. But he still taught me what true reluctance to let go meant with that dagger laced with willpower. So he deliberately pretended to share your pain. But actually he was marking you with a control mark. I don't know if it was real at first, but changed later, or if it was just an act from the beginning. I only know that the wounds he touched did heal very slowly. Chen, are you stupid? He's obviously stealing your supernatural energy, and you still feel sorry for him because his hand hurts. You share the pain, right? After sharing, where did the pain go? Did it disappear, or become his own and be stored away? This is too unbelievable. As everyone can see, Wanqing is very dangerous. Her manipulation, this ability is extremely polluting. Humph, this woman had the nerve to invite me to share suppression technology just a few days ago. A prophecy told me the third witchcraft revolution is coming soon. This pollution might be in Qingyuan. I am Qingyuan, a brain-enhanced ability user, currently in charge of pollution research. The first-level pollution source is unknown, but we speculate it's related to the core of the mist. Wanqing may have already come into contact with it, or even become its vessel. You mean there's something behind all this, controlling it? The evidence is insufficient to say for sure, but Wanqing's ability evolution trajectory is abnormal, from pain supply to pain extraction, and now to pollution abundance. This leapfrog evolution doesn't conform to the current pattern of ability awakening. Regarding Wanqing and the pollution, please make a decision as soon as possible. Everyone in the base, traitors to humanity, deserve to be killed by everyone. But what about the polluters? Warning: vital signs are fluctuating rapidly. Power level exceeds limits. Pollution concentration is rising. Warning: no. They're eroding my power in reverse. I can't suppress. It. Mist, go home. According to the latest results, treatment can only temporarily suppress the pollution, not purify it. This pollution will continue to erode the host's sanity and bodily functions, ultimately leading to either complete alienation or death. So what are we waiting for? Keeping them alive is like keeping a time bomb. I propose immediate euthanasia. But they are our compatriots. Is direct elimination too cruel? And we even give them time to try research and treatment? Alas, in the apocalypse, indecisiveness is suicide. Once it gets out of control, the consequences are unimaginable. I also lean towards regarding the cleanup plan. Brother, sure, you can't go in. Brother, sure. All you leaders have been arguing about for so long. Isn't it all because of this damn pollution that can't be cured and the source can't be identified? Since that's the case, and you're going to clean me up anyway, then I'll go and explore the fog for you. At least it's a way to make use of waste. If I completely lose control and become a monster, please kill me immediately. From a scientific research and intelligence gathering perspective, a deep polluter going deep into the core of the fog might indeed be able to perceive information that we can't perceive, and might even get closer to the truth due to the attraction of the same source. But this is tantamount to suicide. I know. to equip me with all the detectors and recorders I can, and treat me as a walking, disposable probe balloon. Approval for execution. The fog pollution is clearly higher now. It can interfere with my nerves. I can still control myself. Be careful. I feel my burst has increased. Even the ghost doctor doesn't want to approach me. Now. You're a monster. They won't accept you anymore. Give up. No. What? Yes. I'm human. I'm sure gang. This contains the highest concentration of healing ability, mental stabilizer, and trace mental blocker. It can temporarily slow down the pollution and erosion, but remember, it can only slow it down. Over-reliance will accelerate drug resistance. How much time can it buy at most? Sigh, 10 minutes of absolute clarity. Then I'll fall into deep confusion. 10 minutes is enough for me to do a lot of things. It's okay, I can still hold on. What is chess? Senior brother, senior brother. The surveillance seems to be something he actively discarded. What is that moving thing? It's been a week since Team 10 lost contact. All bases have abandoned Operation Fishing Gold and supported the clearing plan. Continue to strengthen the exploration around the fog. Report back immediately if there's any news. How are they today? There. Manic symptoms have worsened. Damn it. How do I unlock the last functional area? The fog seems to be too active lately. It's strange and restless. I'm worried about the White Tower base outside. Hello, I'm here on behalf of the White Tower base to discuss important matters. I'm a plant-type ability user. Before, I could only manipulate plants or make them grow. Now, I can evolve contaminated plants. Time can be saved. Go and find Su Wenyuan immediately. You mean you've completed an ability upgrade? I'm not entirely sure. It was discovered by chance. But currently it's limited to evolving plants. This is a different evolutionary direction from Xiao Wanqing's. In other words, our abilities still have the potential to evolve. That means. But it should be possible. It's just that no one else in our base has succeeded yet. The blood from your Achilles tendon shows significant resistance to contamination, especially compared to the Shurgang sample. Parasitism is no longer a concern. Perhaps this is an antibody marker. What special thing happened on the day you awakened? You were scratched by the thorns of a mutated plant. It hurt a lot. I instinctively used my ability to bandage the wound too. Stop the bleeding. Wait for that force. In the past, when plants were stimulated to grow, it was easy to see what was wrong with them. It was and about looking, but about marking. Your body. At the moment of infection, all healthy cells were labeled with an identity tag. Those without tags were invaders. Gang's body couldn't distinguish between friend and foe. Unlocking. The self-rule. Template is what Gang is missing now. So what he needs now is not the ability to mark, but to rediscover who he is. The essence of antibody awakening is learning to recognize oneself. Xiao Jin's success lies in his plant-based superpower, his innate affinity for growth and body purification. In the crisis, he chose to build defense in the gentlest way. Could Captain Gang still build his own template then? Theoretically, yes. But he needed to do it before his consciousness completely collapsed. Moreover, this is equivalent to breaking down and rebuilding. So Xiao Wanqing took a different path. That was to use a needle to stop a cough. Once, his control couldn't keep up with the speed of antibody mutation, he would be backfired. Having heard enough theory, it's time to see how antibodies actually recognize themselves in real combat. If superpowers are antibodies, then aren't different types of superpowers like different types of immune cells? Evolution is humanity's self-salvation. Humanity hasn't given up on itself. The pollution in cells 3 and 7 is bizarre and rampaging simultaneously. The energy barrier is about to collapse. Jiangyu records the energy fluctuation frequency. Qingyuan senses the chaos in their internal programs. Core little gold. Use your sense of marking to probe, but maintain a safe distance. Hold on a little longer. It's so chaotic, much more chaotic than plants. Like a ball of yarn with a knot. Their entire attack program has been overwritten by the virus, completely replaced by destruction and spread. Moreover, they are interconnected. Pollution concentration 87%. Neural synchronization rate only 12%. Chen must stop them as soon as possible. They resonate with each other. Precise surgery begins. The control precision has been improved again. Brother, do what? Do you call this move? Let's call it the Purification Thunder Jade Glass technique. Compared to brute force destruction, this saves 70% of energy. Lobsters, look at the monitoring data. Your operation just now had a pollution diffusion value of 0. Most importantly, it is intact. Only the drive core is missing. This means we have obtained a clean carrier. That's right. Xiao Jing, can you stay a little longer? Come on, there's an earthquake. It's not. The factory that's unlocking. The detection condition has been met. The contract quantity is greater than or equal to 1. The antibody theory completion rate is over 60%. Evolution Research Institute. This area is a civilization preservation agreement. The technical level of the auxiliary facilities is at least 300 years ahead of us. These display cases are all samples. You are alive. What is the demonic sound pollution? Pollution spread through information, such as a story, a melody, or even a concept. Tears of despair, a carrier of pollution. Even emotions can be contaminated. Here is a log, a record of research from a previous civilization. The sample. Spiritual energy has entered a permanent seal. National fortune has been affected by pollution, breaking through level 3 isolation. All researchers who have come into contact with the concept of 1,000 faces are beginning to experience physical mutations. Forced hibernation is immediately activated. We made a mistake. We thought pollution was an external invasion, but it is actually a side effect of our own civilization's evolution. Industrialization, energy extraction, genetic modification. Every advancement accumulates pollution debt. See the last line. This factory is our last chance to live. If you hear this message, it means you have unlocked the Evolution Research Institute. Child, you are not fighting pollution. You are learning how to repay a civilization's debt. Therefore, the pain Captain Qinghe endures is actually the interest owed by money and civilization. The debt is owed to them. The pain is borne by Qinghe, by everyone struggling in the apocalypse. We are not here to repay debts. We are here to end this debt. So, we write our own logs. Not to repay any civilization. The debt is for our own tomorrow. Post-cognitive reconstruction detected. Full update of the factory main civilization interface source. New instructions are pending. Please select whether to continue unlocking the fire seed. Protocol. The final stage will be left for now. We'll wait until Qinghe returns. Until we have enough energy. Until we know what we're fighting. These are all semi-finished products. But the theoretical framework is complete. We can continue our research. From today onwards. This is our R&D center. Jiangyu, you are responsible for coordinating and communicating with other bases. Dr. Su, you lead the other researchers in the research. As for me, you are responsible for handing me tools and reminding me to eat. You complain that I'm useless. Humph. Lu Chen's meaning is that you need to maintain mobility and provide support at any time, and also keep an eye on him so he doesn't overwork himself. 7 days. White Tower Perception Network. Ark Ecological Evolution. Heavy Industry. Structural Surgery. We need to learn more than we teach. Each base can survive in the fog for 10 years and has its own survival grammar. White Tower, I'm going to. They're precognitive abilities. You need tactical applications. I want to try using plant resonance to find the root cause of Ark soil pollution. I'm talking to Lin Shu. I remember. He could hear plants. I could see energy flow. We're not going to the double insurance palace. Zhao Taizhan said their equipment failure rate has been abnormal lately. I might not just be experiencing equipment aging. It feels like stirring. My heartbeat is getting faster and more rhythmic. Like I'm counting beats. What beats? Look here. Whenever we use our powers, this frequency band will produce a corresponding echo. It's mimicking our power frequency. Not passively recording, but actively learning. The energy flow is wrong. Normally, it should be going to the leaves, but now it's all shrinking into the roots. What do you hear? He says he's afraid. He says something in the soil is changing his memory. Something is deceiving him, saying he should be afraid of sunlight and should grow in darkness. Pollution is deceiving plants. It's not deceiving, it's covering. Using the rules of pollution to cover the original growth logic of things. If even plants can have their memories rewritten, what about people? On the same day, if we break it down and look at it separately, their hearts are all rusted to death by the same purplish-black crystals. Active pollution. Crystal energy characteristics were detected. Industrial pollution plus mental pollution. Mixed growth mode. Directional induction, equipment energy loss. Artificial implantation probability 89%. Brother Zhao, have all the people who came into contact with these parts after they were put into storage been investigated? This thing doesn't seem to have been generated naturally. Qingyuan's technical advisory team came that day. The leader was an Earth-type ability user. They touched every piece of equipment, saying they were checking the material adaptability. Pollution Transmission Mode Analysis Module. 1. Natural diffusion. With objects as carriers. Random infection. 2. Biological parasitism. Secondary transmission by infected individuals. How small is the pollution seed in Beichin? At what precise time can it begin to seal the breach in the city wall? Seal all the equipment that Shen has come into contact with. Notify other bases. To be vigilant. Technical assistance. Brother, don't get excited. It's not time to alert them yet. White Tower confirms that the pollution is imitating ability frequencies. Documents immediately go to the database. Ark confirms that the pollution is covering the growth logic of organisms, attempting to establish new ecological rules. If pollution can be transmitted through information, then Xiao Wanqing's control of people, could that also be a kind of information pollution? He uses pain as an information carrier to package and transmit the pollution control instructions. The teaching ends early. Return to Jiangyu immediately with White Tower's abnormal band data. Suman brought the contaminated soil samples from the Ark. We need to rethink what the enemy really wants. Oh, Captain. I see. A factory. Deep inside. They're imitating. Cutting it off. Will Earth recover? History cannot be changed. Civilization can only move forward. What is hope? The host needs to explore on their own. Who are you? I am an artificial intelligence system. Friendly reminder. Choose irreversible. Understanding. Debt is the key. Artificial intelligence doesn't care what the key is. Agreement ensures the host's right to know. Detected life signal from the stone jar. Positive and understanding fluctuations intermittently coexist. Brother. Why is it balanced? Brother, sure, materialization is not necrosis. It just solidifies more than 70% of the contaminated energy in the body. Pre-civilization documents mentioned. Rule sedimentation. When will and chaos fight to the extreme, cognition will directly materialize. Even when he thinks he should be a fortress, will his body still be? Stone Gang? His defensive ability refuses. Why doesn't he want to be healed? Stone Gang's defensive ability and material structure are completely compatible. In his cognition, these rocks are part of his body. It is the self he wants to protect. No, We've got the wrong direction. I've been thinking about how to purify or eliminate the pollution. But Qinghe chose the third path, reconstruction. He didn't eliminate the pollution, but instead used his own defense rules to create a new operating framework for the chaotic energy. Qinghe's body has already completed the adaptive transformation. But this new path doesn't require treatment. It requires balancing the energy under the new rules. Consciousness fluctuations are active and briefly rise, with a balance of 4,142. We heard you, Qinghe. If you can hear us, we'll accompany you on the path you've chosen. There are already 17 sensory ability users over there who can stably track pollution and pinpoint the vibration frequency of pollution below level 3. The neighborhood purification system for Ark residents has spontaneously covered 13 of the residential area. Zhao Taizhan from the heavy industry asks you to take in his newly acquired apprentice. He'll sleep on the floor if he wants. Meals are all that's needed. There are also other bases. Asking when you'll continue teaching. Being a teacher is more tiring than fighting ghosts. Detecting negative emotions in the host. Large-scale dissemination of knowledge is also one of the core indicators of the Fire Seed project. It is suggested to turn trouble into resources. The factory will soon open its first advanced training course, with 3 fewer places per course. The assessment and recommendation system and the complex application form design are also important. And there's also Grandma Wang from Fangzhou. Today, she used the method you taught her to purify her grandson's toys. The little guy is now holding onto his toys and won't let go, saying they smell like sunshine. Haha. Behind the optimistic data, the shadow is also approaching. Recently, the number of high-concentration pollution anomalies active in the fog has increased by 2, and the average energy intensity has increased by 15 percentage points. Dad, can't you let everyone be a little happier? 5 minutes of data waits for no one. And there's some good news that can offset this bad news. So, I'll borrow some happiness in advance. Haha. Xiaoman Yer. Laughter is more invigorating than the rustling of corpses. Brother sure, Captain sure, brother. Sure, Captain sure. Good brother, you slept so soundly. Tell me, do you still recognize me? I can't. Answer. I'll tell you another cold joke. You can teleport now? Wow. Really? I knew it. You've been a menace for 1,000 years. This stone isn't so easy to break. Captain Jiang, be gentle. My newly replaced stone body hasn't been broken in yet. Wait, a bunch of reports haven't been sorted out yet. What does he mean? Don't think too much. People's intentions are hard to fathom. Good luck, buddy. Oomph. Brother sure, your new skin is so cool. The feel is really like rock. It was exactly the same. But warm and sticky, like being covered by thick armor. Yet still painful. Like biting into something very hard. That's enough of this reminiscing. Sure gang, Jiangyu, Dr. Su. We need to have a meeting immediately. Huh. Brother, you mean you felt yourself being pulled? And then actively cut off the connection. It wasn't pulling. More like being enveloped by fog, and then taken away. I couldn't control my body at the time, but I vaguely saw, or rather felt, gray fog. Surging over like living things. Enveloping me. And then I was in a floating state. The blurry shadow we saw that day was indeed true. Where did he take you? What did he do to you? How are you now? He didn't harm me. I just didn't attack. On the contrary, my body showed an unusual affinity for that foggy environment. The fog seemed to be just transporting me. After I pushed my head to a place, it dissipated and receded on its own. That place was also a factory, but completely different from ours. It was shrouded in a thicker, almost impenetrable black fog. The buildings were twisted, emitting an ominous dark red light. I could see the flow inside from a distance. Inside the water line, raw materials are processed from mutated animals, all sorts of bizarre and eerie creatures, and humans. Not superhumans, with tattered clothes, empty eyes, or crazed gazes. They are like parts, grasped, modified, and assembled by fixed mechanical arms, then transformed into more twisted and violent things. The entire factory is like a huge, filthy lair of monsters. I dare not get too close. Even from that distance, my mind isn't focused on anything else. There's a voice in my heart, as if it were directly entering from the fog, constantly tempting me. If I have even the slightest thought of moving closer to that factory, or if my body unconsciously absorbs more energy from there. Due to affinity, I suspect that the recent unusual activity of the fog is likely related to him, or even that he is expanding it. Could this be Xiao Wanqing's doing? He doesn't have that much ability to plan, but he must be a participant. He's showing us the results. Or rather, the guards have surpassed the ultimate level of the factory and all alliance bases. Defenses. Activating the Fire Seed Network's internal early warning system. Su Meng Qingyuan is assisting Dr. Su, while simultaneously preparing to deal with possible new types of pollution. Sure, gang, your body has a special sensitivity to that kind of environment. This is a double-edged sword. You need to complete the adaptation training and testing as soon as possible. We need to seize the initiative before he comes knocking. Yes. I understand. We can start anytime. The data is stable. Dr. Su said that maintaining a balance of 41 is a good thing. The defense peak has increased by 18 percentage points compared to before the injury. However, the activity index of the flesh and blood parts fluctuates slightly. You need to control the transition between the two states more precisely. Oh, does the training plan need to be adjusted? I've already marked the key points. Also, next time, if you have that thought of self-sacrifice again, report it in advance. The factory's shield cannot be broken without permission. Captain. Haha. And it's not time to break yet. Sure, gang, what exactly happened to you? Why did you hide it from us? There is a pollution conversion factory deep inside the alien object. It is systematically preying on humans. Sure, gang was able to return because his superpower underwent a rule precipitation. Once ordinary people are dragged in, they will become raw materials on the assembly line. To be honest, our base detected your Taiwu's activity cycle. This has strengthened my base's capabilities. Previously, the only connection to missing persons was speculation, but now it seems Yao Guang has a similar report. The selected trainee training program needs upgrading. All trainees will undergo 3 days of extreme adaptation training. On the 4th day, qualified reconnaissance teams will be formed. to enter the fog and carry out short-term exploration missions. The fog is too dangerous, isn't it? Humph. The wound isn't on you, so of course you don't know the pain. The words may be harsh, but the principle is sound. Taking the initiative is better than passive defense. My first apprentice is a 3 fire type ability. User he learns things very quickly. I will send the trainee selection criteria simultaneously. I don't need the most outstanding warriors. I need teammates I can entrust with my life. Furthermore, I will open the antibody evolution method and basic defense technology database to all cooperative bases. You can organize your own learning. But those coming for training, members, must be genuinely willing to continue the flame. Integrating existing resources and preparing the most efficient training and teaching programs based on the needs of the Flame Vanguard action. The Flame project has been confirmed and is being activated and adapted to the Flame Inheritance Agreement. The Flame Inheritance Matrix has been activated, unlocking 7 independent teaching areas. The new realistic environment is fully loaded. Core energy supply is stable, and the training grounds are ready to welcome the flame. I feel something is off about the leader of the Tianxin base. It was Tianquan's people who did the work at the palace. I remember, he was the first to propose completely eliminating the polluters. White Tower heavy industry can cooperate deeply. Ark is relatively benevolent. The leader of Tianquan is said to be trustworthy. He doesn't have hands that can touch the palm before the apocalypse. Pay close attention to Yao Guanqi. Don't alert the Mingxua side. To pass the flame on, first ensure the hands holding the torch are clean. The waveform in the sensing area is very clear. Is it thanking us for holding it for a few more seconds? If plants had a language, it would definitely be slow and steady wins the race. Look how slow this is. Wow, a natural talent. Oh well, I can't compete. So cool, so cool. Focus. Your attention on the changes around you. Pay attention to the flank. Number 3, your defense is 0.5 seconds too slow. Number 5, coordinate with number 2 too. Block his movement. All teaching modules are unlocked. 7 modules are detected operating collaboratively. The teaching system is fully unlocked. Final permissions are granted. The inheritor of the civilization fire has gained the ability. Domain resonance allows the user to synchronize their own power frequency with the students, significantly improving teaching efficiency and the Shadow Alliance's speed. The perception range has expanded by 13. Ah, Brother Liu. Now, we truly deserve to disregard the military academy, right? This is just the beginning. On the 4th day, I will personally lead the team out. They are killing each other. Get out. Stop. It hurts. It hurts so much. Someone kill me. He heard him pleading for help. He was enduring unimaginable pain. The intruder died. The formation broke apart. The stone was just being used as a buffer by the Jack. Students A and F locked onto the energy frequency and structural weakness of the crystal on his chest. Chu Jin cooperated with me to precisely remove the interference and restraint from the others. Pay attention to concealment. The weakness is at the intersection of energy flows at the lower left 37-degree angle of the crystal. His next move was to throw a left punch. Yeah, the coordination is not bad. Keep moving. Forward. Stay highly vigilant. Shit. That's a superhuman. This isn't production. This is blasphemy. This is slaughter. Get off the vehicle. There was a gear servant on the conveyor belt just now. Our factory's gear servants. Patrol quietly. Help me move flower pots. And even bring back the drying parts before it rains. The same gear servants. Our colleagues in our factory. They have their own posts. They patrol, they work. In these 10 years, we've seen humans kill each other. Seen monsters devour their own kind for a little energy. We've all struggled in this quagmire. I thought that was the cruelest aspect of the apocalypse. But today I understand that. Those battles, those conflicts, are nothing compared to this factory. They're humans, monsters, mutated creatures. All life don't even have the right to kill each other. So burn this hellhole. It won't burn out as long as the fog remains. These factories will keep appearing. What else can we do? Perhaps we should. There's a place. That's more than just a refuge. More than just a stronghold against the fog. Evolution is just the first step there. Living isn't about waiting to die. It's about truly living a meaningful life. It sounds like a dream, but if we don't think about it, it'll never be possible. If such a place truly exists, what should it be called? Dawn. Let's call it Dawn City. The key to civilization has been turned. The spark is ignited. The city of symbiosis is launched. Dawn initiates blueprint planning, ecological simulation, and resource allocation. Let's go home and start construction. The factory can't just be a refuge or a fortress. We need to build a true city around it. This requires enormous resources and manpower, and we also need to face the suspicion of other bases. Our factory can provide energy, basic supplies, and a unique defense system. We can directly radiate outwards from the factory as the core, achieving full volume or regulating energy. Network coverage greater than 85%, and civilization recognition greater than 90%. Complete form. The current factory isn't its full form yet. Energy network coverage is easy to understand. It means Dawn City can use the factory's energy. But how do we calculate civilization recognition? Perhaps when the people of this city truly believe in this place and are willing to fight for it, the factory will only reveal its true power. When it forms a new, orderly way of life. This is not just about building, but about igniting a possibility. The host is detected. The civilization and courtyard conditions meet the requirements to unlock the hidden protocol and the civilization expansion protocol. Look here, there is a resident activity square, a medical station, and even a school. The blueprint is complete. The modular design is highly expandable, but the initial estimate is that the crystal cores, metals, and manpower required for the first phase of construction are astronomical. Moreover, the city wall must be seamlessly connected to the factory's outer wall, which requires extremely high engineering precision. Resources can be accumulated slowly, and manpower can be recruited from survivors who are willing to join. As for technology, we need the United Heavy Industry Base. They have experience and talent. We have the blueprint. The next step is to put it into practice. We have 3 primary tasks. First, clear obstacles. Second, prepare materials. And third, recruit people. Remember your new tasks. Familiarize yourself with the planning area boundaries. Assist in maintaining basic order. Do not harm any residents. And follow orders. We have quite a few types of neighbors. Let's go meet our first neighbor. Home. This is your home. Based on the needs of Dawn City's construction, the draft Dawn City contribution point regulations will be implemented on a trial basis starting today. Any labor that is beneficial to the city's development, such as participating in city wall construction, patrolling the area, collecting materials, cleaning and maintenance, will be recorded as working hours and converted into contribution points. Contribution points can be exchanged for food, water, basic clothing, and even applying for the use of specific training facilities. The first batch of items available for exchange now includes edible fungi produced by the Jiaoshin military that have passed safety testing. They're really edible and taste very clean. How did you get your contribution points? I arrived early and participated in clearing the ruins. Wow, it smells so good. This is much better than compressed. Biscuits. I haven't had any decent food in ages. This is a turtle. Haha. Ugh, I'm exhausted every day. Maid's coffee must be as delicious as ever. Yes, that's it. Understand? All right. Old Lee, rock the plane. Next. Old 3, get your gear ready. Brother Lu, I'm not bragging, but I, Old Zhao, have never seen such a tight interface. In decades of blacksmithing and wall building, this factory's materials are at least 50 years ahead of ours. This energy output and energy conductivity are close to 100%, and the materials are compatible. The output waveform is unbelievably stable, almost too much so. It's deliberate, and yes, it is, but this stability isn't like a simple power supply. A typical energy core is like a tap that's turned on, with energy gushing out. We use as much as we need. But this factory seems to be controlling the flow, feeding this growing city bit by bit. Brother Zhao, you're exaggerating. Little brother, what exactly is this factory? Do you have your own ideas? I'm not entirely sure either. Anyway, as long as it's beneficial to you, that's fine. Hey, guess who I am? Xiaoman. You're being naughty again. Hee hee, I'm here to tell you something. Tell me. The leader of the White Tower base, Qinghe, is coming to see you. Why so suddenly? What's the matter? I know from Xiao Jin. Don't tell anyone. Tell others. What Xiao Jin said. Xiao Jin said that their base's leader has a 3S level precognitive ability. Oh, actually, it's not so bad. Xiao Jin said their leader is very gentle. It's a blessing in disguise, but there's no escaping it. Let's meet him. Leader Lu Village. I have some things to say during this private visit that are inconvenient to say in public. Leader Shen, please speak. My precognitive ability has been causing me to frequently lose control of my bladder lately. The center of the image is a source of light. I've compared it, and it's completely consistent with the energy emitted by the core of your factory. This is a good thing, indicating that the factory is the source of hope. In your Dawn City blueprint, the factory is the absolute core, but it has also become the most prominent target of chaos and disordered consciousness. Those things will instinctively gather around, trying to extinguish this light, or pollute it. Possess it and protect your light source. Lu Chen. Could you elaborate? In my precognitive fragments, his fate is inextricably intertwined with yours and the core of this factory. Chaotic consciousness instinctively rejects overly distinct order. You mean the factory has become a target? Show no mercy to anyone who covets it. This is just a small token of Ark's goodwill. Nothing special. Just a symbol of rebirth. Thank you, Chief Zhang. We will make good use of it. Miss Su, building houses and paving roads isn't difficult for you. What Chief Zhang means is that the difficulty lies in making the people who move in truly consider this place their home. Even more difficult is getting everyone to recognize and maintain the order and future of this city. People's hearts are the most difficult variable to grasp. That's the school Lu Chen mentioned. Brother. Lu said that the school would integrate the strengths of all the bases, teaching combat, evolution, planting, mechanics, and even history, and why it was built. Knowledge is like fire. It can illuminate the path ahead and also burn everything. The philosophies and grudges of different bases were all placed in that building along with the students. It is precisely because it is difficult that it must be built. Brother Lu said that Dawn City is not afraid of problems, but only of not seeing them. Look carefully. Pollution is the erosion of disorder. It wants to devour everything, including your abilities. And the way to fight against disorder is not through greater strength, but by forging stronger rules, with willpower, like plaster. Controlling your abilities is tempering your own rules, making them stable enough to resist erosion, rather than becoming the enemy. The uncontrolled power of raw materials in Dawn City is the greatest betrayal of the order we have just established. Foresight is never about a certain future, but rather the possibility of development based on current variables. Every choice you make changes the future. The branches of the future, learning sensory abilities, primarily involves learning to distinguish clear signals from noise interference and to respect the unknown. Using brute force to destroy this kind of thing is the stupidest thing you can do. Identify its energy nodes, usually joints, old injuries, or energy condensation points, and disrupt its energy cycle with minimal consumption. Survival efficiency is key. My head is about to explode. Residual pollution and counterattacks are troublesome. The sensory group marks the interference source. The control group stabilizes the energy field. Chu-Jin. This is the stimulus node you didn't completely peel off earlier. Precision means insight into all levels. Teacher Shen, if the future is full of variables, what's the point of prediction? It's better to acquire stronger power and control the present. Good question. Prediction is fluid, not used to determine the ending. It's not about fear and retreat, but about acknowledging the complexity of the world and one's own limitations. Like a blind person running at full speed in the fog, what you control might only be the moment of rushing towards the cliff. Practical emergency response pass rate 78%. Concept acceptance fluctuates initially, but tends to stabilize. Controlling the present and respecting the unknown seem contradictory, but both require precision in the journey to survive in the present. Mr. Shen's respect is to live better in the future. We, Dawn City, have found both. But this isn't just an operating manual. Lu Chen, Jiang Yu, we all misunderstood. Before, this factory isn't a building or equipment at all. Look here, this core. It's an anchor point, a coordinate that fixes some extremely large existence in our real world. And these energy pipelines, they're not ordinary power networks. They're umbilical cords. The entire factory is a giant, precise interface. So, the second clause of the civilization agreement refers to a bizarre factory? No wonder Wei Kuan to find the interface of the mysterious factory. Well, the previously unlocked factory master mode and the Spark storage container are just different application protocols of this interface. It's like using the same computer to open documents and connect to the network. So, The Dawn City project perfectly matches the goal of this mode. That's right. Our factory has now activated the order reconstruction mode. This means that this interface is outputting a complete set of order rules to our world through the umbilical cord. Dawn City is the first sandbox where this set of rules is implemented. So, are all these places operational? Yes. There are also technology diffusion hubs, ecological cycle centers, and even civilization glasses catalysts. It is a complete, integrated platform designed for the restart and upgrading of civilization. We are currently likely only activating its initial stage, or even just the transition period. What is this? The matching degree is over 80%. Something is actively spying on the factory, even imitating and analyzing our energy structure. Captain, there seems to be some noise in the fog. The energy fluctuations have obviously intensified. If this frequency barrier doesn't last long, disperse to avoid contact. Xiao Wu, is that you? How come you're still alive? Don't go on the last mission. I didn't take good care of you. An unidentified weapon was found in the energy sensing tower in Area C. Son, this ability is chilling. Luke Jiang, Captain, I am. I didn't tell you everything before. We know you've been through bad things. I don't have to say it. In the deepest part of the fog, I saw Lin Lin. She was wearing the clothes we wore on our last mission. There was this patch sewn right there. She said she was injured and hiding there, asking me to come and help her. She had this expression on her face before she died. She smiled and said to me, "It's okay. You go quickly." I approached, and then she suddenly grabbed my arm. It wasn't her, it was fog. It was that thing in disguise. I was dragged by an irresistible force towards the deepest part of the fog. Then I saw that factory. The rest of my life had seeped into my mind, into every pore of my body. They said, "Join us. We are one." I tried to activate my defensive abilities, but my body wouldn't obey me and began to stiffen. and petrify. I thought I was done for. It was that jar of compound. I was almost unconscious from the reagent, but I still plunged it in. The feeling was like it was tearing me apart from the inside out. But I finally woke up. Haha. Everything in that factory seemed to be mimicking us. But they were the opposite. I could feel it. Or rather, the thing controlling it had a crazy hatred and greed for our factory and our order. Sure, gang, your return is the greatest victory. The factory's mimicry and trapping ability is more terrifying than we thought. It has started targeting people's hearts. Haha. You've been working hard lately, coordinating the community and helping with the college's affairs. It's not hard work. Being a community mediator allows me to hear many interesting things, and watching the city gradually build up and everyone slowly settle down is particularly meaningful to me. It's just that my hair has grown long lately, and it keeps getting messed up by the wind. How annoying. Don't move. The building manager predicted you'd be tied to the factory. This hair tie might be the medium. You can accept it or refuse. Seeing how serious you are, I thought it was something big. Wasn't my fate already tied to the factory? But aren't you? Afraid? Who isn't afraid of the coming chaos? If I could choose how to deal with it, I'd rather we're together. We're together. It's connected to the factory's core energy field. As long as you're still within Dawn City's range, I can roughly sense you through the factory system. If you want to regret it, it's not too late. It's like you're always by my side. Continue patrolling to ensure the safety of every energy node. Dawn City cannot afford to fail. They're moving faster than expected. They're not only replicating the form, but also trying to analyze our energy network patterns. The patrol team recently encountered memory phages. Sample analysis shows their energy frequency is generating a more complex resonance. In repulsion with the factory's protective field, the reaction indicates that the other side is learning and adapting, which is not merely imitation, but more like a malicious attempt at symbiosis. They are trying to use our order as nourishment to incubate a more distorted chaos. Factory. The core defense level has been raised to the highest level, with all peripheral energy nodes entering a semi-closed state, retaining only minimal scanning functions. All remaining energy cores, except those used to maintain basic city operations, have been transferred to strategic reserves. We don't know the scale of their next probing attack. We understand that the city defense modules supported by heavy industry and Ark are being installed at an accelerated pace, but Leader Zhao Taizhan still has concerns about the stability of the energy supply. He told him that the factory will provide the most stable core functions, but the peripheral modules need their own energy reserves as a buffer. We can no longer allow the factory's energy network to be exposed without restraint. A report of suspicious activity indicates an abnormal surge, seemingly pointing towards Dawn City. All Alliance bases are notified to raise the alert level. The suspected source of pollution is tightening its encirclement. I received your gift. The effect was indeed impressive. However, Luchen's city defenses are becoming increasingly stringent. Your fortress often collapses from within. Fear, suspicion, and injustice. Those insignificant sparks, under the oppressive order, can ignite the fiercest flames. All you need to do is provide an opportunity to sow the seeds. The seeds are my people in Dawn City, weak and isolated. Fear will self-replicate, and suspicion will seek companions. You only need to let the first breeze blow. This is my analysis of the factory's energy production process. Some gadgets, created after the factory's energy production, can slightly interfere with DJ's eerie stability, or cause certain devices that rely on the factory's energy to become difficult to troubleshoot. An accidental malfunction. What do you want? I only want chaos itself. When the light of Dawn City begins to flicker. When Lu Chun is distracted by internal strife. It will be my time to awaken the feast. At that time, everything will return to the embrace of chaos. And you, the chosen one, may be able to occupy a good position in the new order. I understand. Let us, the people of Dawn City, begin to act. The leaders. Energy is forming. The source of the tsunami is deep within the fog. The vortex of chaos is in the deepest part of the fog. Magic is not a reflection. The pitch black, boiling, inverted spear filled with painful faces. That interface is at the center of this chaotic spear. This itself is a path to a hidden trap. People will be devoured before that interface. Listen to the leader's pain. First, stop your bodies. Spearhead is the knot. There are still 7 days. Until you meet me, Lily. The first round of the Civilization Agreement is the Evolution Research Institute, standing at the two ends of the world, namely the pre-civilization and the Earth civilization. The second round is the umbilical cord, which is the anchor point, and also the bridge of the interface. There are 2 anchor points. One is the core of the eerie factory, and the other is the core deep in the mist. One represents new life, and the other represents destruction. The third sentence is about pain trying to be reborn through wounds. What does it mean? Pain ignores. Xiao Wanqing, who is more powerful? What is the wound? What is the cutting off of expectations? What? Is the lost other shore? Is it debt? Is it money? Is it the mess of civilization? It is also the key of hope. The visibility has increased again. In 7 days, it is decreasing at a rate of 3% per hour. Not only is the concentration, energy, but the chaotic fluctuation index in the poison is also rising. Captain, this is not natural diffusion. They are consciously gathering again. Notify the command center to raise the warning level to orange. Also, tell the sisters on rest to be alert. Tonight may not be peaceful. Area C Fire Phoenix Squad Mobile Sniper Kill to eliminate the simulated elite corrosives. Ha ha ha. Brother Long, this teamwork is good. It's interesting what's going on. My big guys. And this Iron Lump are getting along quite well. Haha. With morale stabilizing, we can form an army. Overall coordination is good, but the command link of the 3rd and 7th mixed formations still has a 0.7-second delay. Under high pressure, the staff's understanding of certain complex compound commands needs more unified training. Discovering problems is a gain. What we need is not mechanical cooperation. Notify them to conduct additional training. Next. Time. Paying attention to specificity. Report to the City Lord. The execution formation drill is complete. Please give instructions. Well done. Maintain discipline and continue to integrate. Strong Command. Ark Base Emergency Communication. A mining team that went to the old mine in the northwest to collect rare metals. Lost contact 2 hours ago. The last signal they received indicated they experienced high-intensity, wide-ranging memory loss. And incontinence. And in what? And, according to the signal attenuation trajectory and our preliminary calculations of the movement of the black mass, after consuming the team, the black mass clearly moved towards our Dawn City. This is Not accidental. It's intentional harvesting and tactical reconnaissance. Immediately report to the City Lord and activate Level 1 combat readiness response. Impossible. This shouldn't have happened. What should we do? First, stabilize the system. I'll handle this. Look here, the weapons intrusion method is no longer simple mental interference or physical corrosion. It's forcibly dismantling life structures and then reassembling them using chaotic energy as a binder. Moreover, the assembled monster's energy reaction is extremely unstable, like a disposable bomb or fuel. That's right. Combined with that black mass's movement trajectory, it's pointing towards us. We're testing our reaction mode to this new type of attack, simultaneously reaping life and energy. These data are recent, abnormal energy flow trajectories, detected in various places. The trajectories all point to the depths of the mist, forming an invisible energy transmission network. I suspect that the small-scale riots are all related to this. The enemy is not only gathering in the front, but also continuously feeding and accumulating power in places we can't see. In other words, the 7 days prophesied by the God Chief might be the deadline for them to complete their final accumulation and awakening. The God Chief's prophecy gave me direction. Look at these two energy spectrum comparison charts. One is the stable frequency of the factory core, and the other is the highest intensity chaotic fluctuation recently detected from the depths of the mist. Their waveforms are mirror images, and there is resonance interference, like two tuning forks. One emitting notes of an order melody, and the other emitting completely opposite chaotic vibration notes, trying to make the other collapse. Is it like the order and chaos system? If you disappear, will it disappear? Civilization can only move forward and cannot retreat. If they can feed externally, then they have already acted internally. Recently, there have been some rumors about strange employees taking up too many resources and unfairly exchanging contribution points. Commander Jiang, we don't disbelieve. But everyone is watching. Those strange ones don't need to eat or sleep. Yet they work harder than us, contributing points and exchanging for good things. Quickly, there's always a nagging feeling about this. First, the energy supply and maintenance of the strange employees are directly provided by the factory core, separate from the distribution system for residents' daily necessities. Second, their contributions mainly come from dangerous, repetitive, high-intensity labor and specialized skill services. Their reward catalog also differs from that of humans, with many items being exclusive. Third, it is precisely because of them that a large amount of infrastructure construction and safety defense tasks are undertaken, allowing more manpower to be invested in technological research and development, agricultural production, and urban construction, enabling everyone's living environment to improve rapidly. Dawn City is a home where humans and evolutionary oddities coexist. This isn't just a slogan. I heard last night in the East District, an auxiliary character suddenly went berserk and injured several people. The security captain handled it on the spot. Is that true? Didn't they say they've all evolved? You can know a person's face, but not their heart. My cousin works in the maintenance team. He said recently many pieces of equipment have been having minor problems, and they can't find the cause. It's weird. This person has a problem. He seems fair, but every word he says is suggestive. The news has spread. As you said, they added fuel to the fire, and many people started to murmur. However, the public clarification today has had a significant effect. It's okay, just sow the seeds. Fear and suspicion will grow on their own. This is the material for the next stage. That's the logo of the heavy industry base. But the style is obviously an old model that was phased out 2 years ago. You're from the heavy industry. Does Chief Zhao know? Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Do your job well. Your reward won't be less. Your old heavy industry machine. It seems that there was a purge inside the heavy industry 2 years ago. It said that a group of craftsmen and technicians who disagreed with the ideology and had close ties with Tianxian were dismissed. This uses purified spring water from the factory, plus a few pieces of energy crystal flakes with a calming effect. Sigh, I heard those rumors. It's always a bit unsettling. Here, but it's quiet. Rumors spread, like wildfire. And the city lord and esteemed officials have their own light in their hearts. Please have a cup of tea. Finally, I can catch my breath. Chief, the internal balance fine-tuning valve of this main voltage regulator has been tampered with. The adjustment parameters deviate from the safe value by 5%. If it operates at full load, it could lead to local energy overload and trigger a chain reaction of failures. When did this happen? Who was responsible for the installation and the final installation of the Smiling Eye? It was led by human engineer Wanqing, with our assistance. The last verification record shows that engineer Wanqing performed it alone. Wanqing was originally a level 3 technician at the heavy industry company. He was transferred to the Dawn City construction department 3 months ago. Records show that he left the construction site half an hour ago under the pretext of collecting special tools. This is not a technical mistake. The method is very professional. It is a deliberately created hidden fault. This powder. This piece is the residue of shadow ink. This is a special encrypted ink. These notes, used by the Tianjin Base Intelligence Department, were found in Wang Hui's work shed. Although the notes were Wang Hui's, the paper and markings had Qingyuan style. Those bastards, traitors. I only dismissed them out of old friendship, not with my full strength. These scumbags actually defected to Tianjin and dared to come back and tamper with my projects. I'll take people and wipe Tianjin out. Brother Zhao, now is not the time. Brother Lu, the evidence is conclusive. They want to destroy our energy tower. How can we tolerate this? Precisely because the evidence is conclusive, we can't be hasty. Zhou Yuanzhi's eagerness to jump out, even resorting to this hidden weapon planted years ago. What does that mean? It means he's anxious. The divine leader's prophecy of the approaching chaos core has put pressure on them. They're afraid of our unity, afraid of Dawn City truly gaining a foothold, so they're resorting to such despicable means to create internal chaos and delay, even disrupting our war preparations. Only exposes their weakness and fear. Attacking Tianjin now would play right into their hands, wasting our precious preparation time and potentially triggering infighting within the alliance. What we need to do is stabilize our position and use their strategy against them. The energy tower's hidden danger was discovered in advance, which is a good thing. We can secretly repair it and then deliberately cause it to malfunction under certain conditions to lure them out. At the same time, we can strengthen internal screening to stabilize public morale. Zhou Yuanzhi and Xiao Wanqing will definitely be impatient and jump out on their own. Fine, I'll listen to you. But Brother Lu, after this matter, the Heavenly God must give me an explanation. A thorough explanation. As you all know, Zhou Yuanzhi of Tianjin has secretly allied with Xiao Wanqing, intending to dismantle Dawn City from within and pave the way for the arrival of chaos. The evidence is conclusive. Let us go straight for them. Their internal situation is unstable, and they are surrounded by powerful enemies. Lord Lu, please give your orders. My Ark Base is willing to do everything in its power. Human traitors deserve to be killed by everyone. This shows that an outbreak is imminent. We must destroy or close that interface before chaos fully awakens. Otherwise, based on all the intelligence, I have decided to launch a two-pronged attack to decapitate the core. The specific deployment is as follows. I will lead an elite squad to infiltrate the deepest part of the fog, to find and destroy the Chaos Core interface. Sure Gang will accompany me. I will be accompanied by the most elite students selected from the Aberrant and Dawn Academy. I will hand over the command of Dawn City's defense to you. I will lead the main force of the heavy industry base to be responsible for the frontal defense of Dawn City and resist the most likely first wave of chaos impact from the Tian-Shen Alliance. I will stay at the White Tower Observation Station to provide global early warning and keynote prediction support. I will coordinate all logistics, medical care, and public sentiment work to ensure the stability of the rear. I can provide energy crystals. Ark Base will tie down the main force on the outskirts of Tian-Shen to ensure your safe entry. Qinghe Base will provide flank cover while continuously monitoring possible rebellious forces. This battle concerns our tomorrow and the spark of human civilization. We have no way out. I urge you all to defend the dawn to the death and sever the chaos. Peak. It's about to explode. System activated. Level 1 combat readiness. Level 1 combat readiness repeated. Level 1 combat readiness. Combat personnel have been placed in the shelter. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. All right, let's begin. The planned action. The illusion of the sinking order should wake up. Today is the day when the dawn is extinguished and chaos returns. Fire. For the dawn. For the future. A death throes. Oomph. But the warm-up should be over. We have enough fuel. It's time for the final awakening. Haha. Purification Lotus. Heavy industry iron law shakes the frontier. Join us. Return to chaos. I will protect the city behind me. And my companions. Strong command. The enemy's attacks are becoming more and more targeted. They are testing our defensive rhythm. Also, something inside me is a bit restless. But I can control it. I will definitely be able to control. This and hold on. The internal purge plan has been initiated. All the marked spies will be removed when necessary. This is Dr. Su's latest chaotic core energy fluctuation prediction model. There are still 3 possible infiltration paths. Take care, you must come back. Dawn City is in your hands now. Rest assured. Everyone, we are about to step into the darkest depths that humanity has never reached before. To carry out a mission with almost no chance of survival. We have no reinforcements, no way out. We may never see tomorrow's sun. Never see the day Dawn City is fully completed. never see the future smiles of our loved ones. Behind us are the last hope of millions of compatriots. The breath we just gained by sacrificing half our bodies was the only way out that Qinghe encountered while vomiting blood. We are not going to our deaths. We are paving the way for survival, carving the light for the future. We will follow the city lord. Sever the chaos. Let all that filth die. My shield paves the way forward. This time, burn it clean. Set off. Safely. We must return. This fog is soaked with the pain of decaying civilization. Pay attention to formation. Don't stare at the illusions in the fog. Holy crap. A massive high-density energy reaction ahead. It's a cluster of polluting factories at least 3 times the size of what we've encountered on the periphery, forming a defensive line. A flood of memories. That's the dying instinct pulling people along. Don't be misled by any images. Focus all your senses on the energy source. Follow me closely. Charge forward. Lead the attack. Tear an opening here. Block the counterattack. 10 minutes to buy us time. Finally, we can have a big fight. Burn these monsters. 10 minutes. Hold on. Quickly shut down the interface. Don't let the brothers' efforts be in vain. I'll use lightning to clear the way. Steel protects the flanks. Little barbarian, find an opening. Target only. The anchor point. Doesn't matter. Move. Annihilation domain. What? 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 Welcome to the final journey. The gift I've prepared for you is eternal slumber. Right here. The waiting wall opens wide. Give up. Wait. Shut up. My companions are still waiting for me. I'll sever their energy connection. Your Majesty, I obey. Thunderous wrath. Good. Just like that. I can. Continue. Since you all want to struggle so much, then let's all return to chaos and perish. With the primal reversal. This phone is the interface. As long as it's not turned off, the monsters will keep coming. Little man, leave this to me. The road lies ahead. Foolishly guard. Your body. Your will become the most beautiful embellishment of chaos. If you can't hold back the tide, then become the dam itself. Eternal. The magic. Stone just held on. We'll clear the way for you. Brotherwood Stone. We'll clear the homework. Thunder double attack. Like a poisonous curse. Huh. Senior brother, don't shatter this stone too completely. It's so touching. I'm almost moved to tears. Why? Why is your talent the best? Why? Can you get a factory even in dire straits? Why are even the dead willing to turn into stone for you, while I can only keep absorbing other people's pain? And become this ghost? What? It's time. To cut off the flow and kill. Wang Zhao's tricks. You won't stop me, ha ha ha. Lu Chen, you're finally going to play. The root of the matter will be continuously stripped from the current timeline. No pain, no suffering, do you? Now understand the taste of loss. Hold on. A little longer. What a nostalgic expression. You look just like that. When I betrayed you, incredulous. And then in pain. How does it feel now? Watching someone important disappear for you. Yet powerless to stop it? The steel defense is expected to collapse in 23 minutes and 18 seconds. Anchor point interface chaos erosion 99.1%. Reverse countdown 47 seconds. Currently executable Fire Seed Protocol. Final plan. Su-Man. Don't admit defeat. Don't admit defeat. Why not admit defeat? Is there no future? Or an unknown future to sacrifice yourself? Don't let your brothers carry the burden in vain. Your path is ahead. Nasir, you're wrong. This isn't a choice between two options. I will take the third path. Activate the final protocol. Light of Civilization. Reverses speed. With me as the sole carrier and coordinate. Guide all remaining energy of the factory to be superimposed on the core network of Dawn City. At this moment, the power of the city's prayers received will be converged to the extreme and converted into a directional command. Confirm the protocol. Light of Civilization reverses speed is the highest priority. Autonomous counterattack. This operation will prevent number 1 from entering the factory. Everyone will be permanently silenced in the factory. At the same time, the host will be the sole energy and information convergence point, bearing the spiritual and soul exceeding the critical value. I, Lu Chun, am the factory host. The Dawn City Master. The Fire Seed of Civilization. Finally, execute all backlash, costs, and sins. Take full responsibility. Get out of my way. You will. Hold on. A little longer. It will be over soon. Everyone, get out of here. Huh, oh. Law of cause and effect, lightning line. Grab him. This is my energy. And also the prayer of everyone in the city. Follow this line to the deepest part of the anchor point and bring the light there. Slowly read it. Find the source of the story. I have begun. I see it. I haven't crossed over. Self-punishment. Pain is the truth. Existence is torment. Join us. And let everything return to the quiet of chaos. Thousands of swords, your pain has a name. Stop everything. It hurts so much. Mom and Dad, come to me. Come to me, and it will be all right. Little sister, thank you. It's okay. I'm used to it. It's good if you can feel less pain. If only my superpower was healing. Wanqing, but our team's darling. With her, the survival rate of seriously injured can double. I'm not afraid of minor injuries. As long as I am still useful. I won't be abandoned, right? Do you crave power? Can I become stronger too? Pain is the most powerful weapon. The contract is established. This little scar will be healed with a little pricking. Why won't you let me share your burden? Are you stopping me from becoming stronger? I see it. You don't crave power. You're in too much pain. So much pain that you think controlling the pain itself is the only painkiller. You just want to find meaning in endless suffering. Even if that meaning is becoming stronger. Even if that strength comes from the abyss. I just don't want to feel pain anymore. Wanqing. I saw you secretly endure pain every time back then. Not letting you share my burden wasn't because of distrust or bravado, it was because I didn't want you to suffer more. Then I did. So, that's how it is. Take me away. Seal me away. And put my story in too. I'm sorry. And thank you. Now, case isolation and sample sealing. Go. Your pain will be remembered separately, not as part of the chaos, but as someone who couldn't be caught. What follows is your story written in the name of Dawn City, with the will to survive of billions as the pen for this endless tragedy. The final chapters. Historical logic has changed, and the painful resonance module is offline. It is redefining the form of existence. A new form is being confirmed. The marriage epic monument. Is being executed. The final agreement is being implemented. The highest authority of this world's order interface is used to override all other causal links in this world. All other space-time anchors in this world are being deleted. This story is now tragic. The command concept is sinking. Confirmation of overwrite is complete. Anchor deletion program is starting. All units are reporting casualties. The tide has dissipated. Search and rescue is starting immediately. The West District needs a medical team. Many people. It's been so long since I've seen such a blue sky. The grudges have now bound my existence to the Chaos Codex. I am now half an interface. System. Is there any way to prevent it from disappearing? Analysis complete. Optimal solution. Memory dust network. Scheme. Principle. Disassemble the link between the Chaos Remnant and Su-Man, transforming it into harmless memory dust, dispersing it throughout the subconscious network of the entire civilization. For natural metabolism. Execution condition. 70%, or more survivors, willing to respond, and share a small load. This plan will simultaneously achieve a 100% survival rate for Songman, a 99.3% preservation of civilization stability, and the permanent transformation of the chaos thread into humanistic memory resources. Nonsense. That girl's mother, what is this? This is telling a certain older sister. We'll catch you. Response rate 94.7%. The agreement is in effect. Did you hear that? Yes, it's everyone's voice. I seem to have received many warm fragments. The taste of breakfast. The child's doodles. Someone secretly wrote in their diary that tomorrow will be better. After chaos is decomposed, it is wrapped in the light of everyone's memories. It is no longer scary. Just a very light collective memory. The agreement is complete. Darkness does not need to be defeated. It only needs to be distributed to the invisibility by enough light. The spark of civilization has been handed over to your own choice. Mother, the clouds are white. The old city lord is here to sunbathe again. Ah, it's warmer here. Uncle, this flower has the smell of sunshine. Here you go. It's been 3 years. The newborns in the city have special abilities. The awakening rate has stabilized at 7%. And not a single case of malignant disease has appeared. The spiritual nurturing method you promoted has been very effective. Thanks to Captain Gang. When he was sliding down the mountain, I could only retain a wisp of his residual consciousness from afar. But the stable and protective fragments of his superpowers nourished Dawn City. Just like the fluctuations emitted by these flowers can soothe newborn souls. Later, several major events occurred at the human base. First, all the brain-powered evolvers ran to the weird factory. Second, after the antibody was proposed, many people successfully evolved. Third, humans and weirds can coexist peacefully. Is this possible? Why not? Well, you have to ask Chen. Who is Chen? Chen is a very famous and well-known figure. Is he really that powerful? We're going to Dawn City, right? That's it. Who is Sure Gang? The one Chen created. He seems to be the name of this mountain. No, he's the one who made me feel that this city is particularly solid. System.